Tell me a little bit about where you were before the program.
I unless someone was like talking to me or giving me some kind of attention,
Mhm.
I was usually very, very depressed and just I couldn't do anything about it. Like I was obsessive over other people,
Mhm.
and I wasn't focusing on myself at all. Even though in my head I was like, "Oh no, I'm doing it,"
Mhm.
but it was stuff like they're like, "Oh, do self-love, like take a bath."
Mhm.
Like that kind of stuff. It wasn't deep stuff at all. So I was just kind of, well, like you said, I was being taken with the current of life. Like it was just taking me and I wasn't doing anything about it.
Okay. Okay. And so what was the like trigger for you wanting to invest into the program?
Um, it was a breakup actually.
Okay.
And it that was like the last straw, basically.
Mhm.
Up before that, it was my grandma's passing, I got scammed. I got just all of this stuff happened at once, and then the breakup happened, and it just destroyed me. So I was like, I can't live like this anymore.
Mhm.
So, and then saw your seminar, and then um, it popped up on Facebook since I watched the seminar um, that you did a program, and so then I got into that, and like I don't know, it just went from there.
Yeah, so you had gotten scammed through PayPal
Hmm.
and we processed your payment through PayPal. Were you afraid to make the purchase?
Yes. Yes, I was really hesitant, but there was just something that was like, "Nope, do it anyways. Do it."
Yes, yes. I was very surprised because I was like, wow, I couldn't believe it.
Mhm.
So what was it that was like, okay, I should make this purchase even though you were afraid? You said it was that voice, so was that the only thing or was there other things going through your mind as well?
It was just literally like all that I could like it just was I can't live like this anymore. I can't. I can't. And I know this is going to be good for me.
Hmm.
So, just might as well do it and worry about the rest later. And I didn't know at the time, but it would actually help me with getting the money back to pay for it,
Hmm.
like getting the finances and different mindset about money. So,
Yep, yep. So what I know you said like, well, money mindset was something that you got help with, but what were some other wins that you experienced while being in the program?
oh boy, um, everything. The yoga completely changed everything for me. Um, I liked yoga beforehand, but I was never focusing on it like to the point where I was doing it every day or learning the more spiritual aspect of it than the um, working out, I guess.
Hmm.
And um, so that really helped me connect with the universe and focus on my body as well. Like that's something I guess I didn't really realize before is that I didn't pay attention to my body at all. And so if I would go 2 days without doing yoga, I would start noticing like
Hmm.
parts of my body that were hurting and stuff. And I'm like, oh, I need to do this. And then noticing which side of my body is less flexible or,
Hmm.
you know, so there was that. And people have told me like that something has changed, not just um, emotionally, but physically. They're like, you're getting more toned and like you look a lot healthier. And I was like, oh, cool.
I see your back then. I'm like, look at Catherine. So I love your page. I love your page. You're like a person I want to keep in my feed. It's
Oh.
honestly, it's so beautiful. I like loving all your stuff. Facebook knows. Make sure I see a little bit of Catherine every day. So for
Oh.
real, yes. So what about you spoke briefly on the money mindset and you said it would help you kind of get the money back. So tell me a little bit more about what you mean by that, like how that showed up for you in your life.
So I didn't realize that me thinking that money was a necessary evil,
Mm-hmm.
or that money was bad in any way,
Mm-hmm.
was not healthy.
Mm-hmm.
And now I understand completely why that is. But back then I was like, oh, if you focus on money, then you're not humble. You're not
Mm-hmm.
focusing on what you need to be. But once I started changing my mindset on it, I don't know how it happened, but like not just that one big thing that happened. Like I had the
Yeah.
300 and oh
45.
gosh, I can't even remember.
I
Yes,
do.
thank you. Donation, or not donation, but tip from my job. But I've been, I never used to make over like $3 in tips.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't believe it's just my mindset on money. I believe it's also my choice to be positive
Mm-hmm.
instead of being like defensive to every customer that comes up like, what do you
Mm-hmm.
want?
Mm-hmm.
So, but I never used to make $3. Now I never really leave without $8 in tips a day. And
Whoa.
I'm like, yeah, I noticed that. And I told my mom about it. And I was like, this is all really changing things.
That is
So,
awesome.
mhm.
Yes.
So,
Okay. So
and
how
then,
early did you? Oh no, keep going.
sorry. And then budgeting had never really, it had been in my mind, but I would write it down once and then I'm like, well, that was good. I'm done. But now I'm actually focusing on like what I'm spending every single little thing, because it all adds up. And before I was just kind of careless with it. So that's what I would say.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, those are awesome. So what do you feel like was the biggest takeaway from being in the program?
Just the, it's not just self-love, it's putting love out for everyone. Like just by changing yourself, just by loving on yourself and doing what's right for you, you're doing what's right for everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Because your energy is different, your entire outlook on life is different. And yeah, I just didn't really, before I didn't really grasp how to use those tools that you've given me, or like help me understand and use.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was probably the biggest thing, because I had the stuff, like, but I didn't completely understand it, and I needed to be pushed to not only understand it but apply it to my life. And I don't know, I just didn't have the motivation by myself beforehand to do that. But now, even at the end of the program, I was like, oh, I'm sad, like it's ending, like what am I gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
But then I was like, Catherine, you already know what you're gonna do, because you have all of the things that you need now. Like you don't need to rely on other people anymore, because you have those tools that you can look back on. You have these affirmations, you have what is it, the holy moment, is
Holy
that what it
instant.
is? Instant, thank you, the holy instant.
Yes.
So just being conscious of everything and not getting lazy about it and getting comfortable.
So what is something that what is some advice that you would give to somebody who's on the fence about investing into themselves to come into the program?
I would just say that it's worth it, and that as long as you apply yourself to it and actually put in the time, then it's going to change your life. It will, because it changed mine completely. Like I was thinking about like what I was going to say and stuff, and I got kind of emotional about it, because I'm like, I wasn't the same person. I wasn't. I would always say like, oh, toxic people, but I was toxic to myself, especially because of how I was thinking about myself. So yeah, it changed my life for sure.
Okay, great, great. So is there anything else that you would like to mention or add?
Also the dream aspect of it,
Mhm.
like the interpretation of dreams. I guess I didn't know that was going to be part of it, but that was very helpful as well. Like just, I can remember one dream that it was like the shortest one, but it just
Yes, the
changed the
fire
entire
one.
aspect of everything.
The
Mm-hmm.
fire one.
Yep.
Yep, I remember.
And
I remember.
so, and that one especially just kind of, that's when I was already paying attention to my dreams, but I really started paying attention to each one
Mhm.
and wondering what it is. So, yeah.
Yes. Well, thank you for showing up. I think that was the main thing that you did was you showed up. You showed up to the yoga every Sunday. You showed up to the dreams every Friday. You showed up to the group support calls, and you really applied yourself. So thank you for putting in the work, because once again, what you give out is what you're going to get back. So thank you so much for that, Katherine. I'm so glad that you feel prepared to move forward in your life. You have these tools. So, um, just thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.